Hi, I'm Noah, and I'm a rising junior at the Birchcroft and Lennox School. My project is the CNC pen plotter, and my third milestone is finishing and learning how to write G-code and the Arduino code to accept the G-code. G-code stands for geometric code, and is a way to tell machines how and where to move. It does this using variations of alphanumeric code, which is a programming language that allows you to tell the machine to do different functions, such as coordinates to go to, where to start, how to move, things like that. I use G-code as a way, so my CNC pen plotter will draw images. So I can upload a image that I've drawn, just an outline drawing or a more complicated drawing or an actual photograph, upload that into a processing file, and when I run the file, it converts the image into G-code by finding the coordinates of the lines, which I then send to my Arduino code, which controls the machine itself. The Arduino code reads it and uses the G-code file that I created to tell the pen what coordinates to go to and when to raise and lower the pen in order to draw those coordinates. Learning G-code was a big challenge because it's a completely different code than C# or some of the other ones that I've worked with at BlueStamp or by myself with Arduino. I'd never used processing before, and it's a really interesting language, and I had a lot of fun learning it, which surprised me because coding was never my favorite part of engineering, but this was simple enough and easy for me to understand, so I had a lot of fun learning how to write it. Here I can show you the actual process of converting an image into G-code. So when you save a G-code, it saves into a new file and a new file folder with the code inside that folder. I drag an image into that folder, and then in the code there's a space where I will put the dimensions of the image and the name of the file that will pull from that folder. Once I upload that to the code, I hit run, and you can watch it actually convert into G-code. So right now, the original file is a drawing that I drew of two characters from Voltron, and you can watch it turn that image into coordinates. So these are G-code coordinates, and my machine will be able to draw that. Originally, this is the second code I use. The original code had some problems because CNC machines are typically milling machines or 3D printers, which means that it uses an X, Y, and Z axis and has a Z function for depth, because the machine is typically used for cutting things away rather than just drawing something on a flat surface. So I would upload a file and it would convert that into a 3D G-code with depth, and I didn't want that, and so an example image I had of an apple would look like this. And the reason there are so many lines is because the machine would be cutting away all of those lines in order to make it a three-dimensional drawing with actual depth. And I didn't want that, so I rewrote the example code, or edited the example code in order for it to be two-dimensional and just find the outlines of my drawings rather than process the entire image for the Z-axis. my Arduino code also has G-code, and including a way to accept the G-code from the processing file and tell the machine to draw that. You can see an example of actual G-code in terms of coordinates, and so this is, right here is the G-code for drawing a, for the machine to write ABC on a piece of paper. It's many, many lines of code just for that, lots of coordinates, and functions telling the pen when to lift up, when to put down, and where to make lines. It's a very long code. It's the longest code I've ever written. Just the Arduino code itself is over 600 lines, and I don't even know how many lines the processing code is. And I can have as many processing files as I want in order for the machine to draw anything I want. So it was a really big challenge. There was a lot of new information and just much more advanced coding than I'd ever done before, but it was so much fun and really interesting, and having the kind of instant gratification that comes from being able to see the image being turned into a G-code file made it just really exciting and really satisfying. So yeah, that's my project. Thank you.